biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Have you ever asked yourself, where is my life headed? Or sometimes, do you look around and feel like you are merely drifting along with the flow of reality without truly living the life you desire? This quote is not just advice. It is a powerful declaration about the journey of turning dreams into reality. We often think of adventure as something distant, daring journeys, uncharted lands, grand discoveries out there. But the greatest adventure is not in external places. It lies in the journey of living according to your own dreams. Why is it called an adventure? Because pursuing dreams is always a journey filled with challenges, risks, and uncertainties. No one can guarantee that the path you choose will be easy, but one thing is certain: if you do not dare to take the first step, you will remain trapped in a life that does not truly belong to you. If you resign yourself to fate, if you do not dare to believe in your dreams, you may forever live within limitations. But when you choose to turn your life into a journey of growth, not through luck, but through perseverance and the courage to face the toughest challenges, you are writing your own story. Believe that if you dare to dream big and live for it, nothing can stop you. The best part of this adventure is that you do not need to know the entire journey in advance. You only need to know your destination, your dream, and take the first bold step. There will be crossroads, obstacles, and moments of self-doubt. But remember, every small step you take brings you closer to the life you truly desire. Instead of fearing the unknown, embrace each moment with excitement as you walk the path you have chosen. So now, ask yourself, are you truly living the life of your dreams? Or are you being held back by fear, by invisible pressures from society, family, or the limitations you impose on yourself? If there is one thing to take from this quote, it is this: do not wait. Do not let others draw your life story. Take the pen into your own hands and write your own journey. Because there is nothing greater, nothing more worth living for than living true to your dreams. You become what you believe. Every day, you wake up with a thought about yourself, and that very thought determines the person you will become. It is not circumstances, not where you started, but your belief that is the core factor shaping your life. What you believe about yourself is reflected in how you act, the choices you make, and the path you take. If you believe you are strong, you will act with confidence. If you believe you are unworthy, you will unconsciously shrink away from opportunities. Everything begins with your inner thoughts. We often define ourselves based on what others say, the limitations imposed by society, or failures from the past. But the truth is, no one has the right to determine your worth except you. When you believe in something positive, you generate positive energy. When you believe you can change, every small action you take will move toward transformation. Belief is like a mirror. What happens externally is merely a reflection of what you hold within. Look at successful people, those who have risen from difficulties to achieve what once seemed impossible. Their lives were not easy, but they all had one thing in common: they believed in themselves. They did not allow doubt to dictate their future. Instead, they planted the seed of belief and nurtured it with persistence. If you want to change your life, you must first change what you believe in. If you believe you cannot, you will never begin. But if you believe you can, the path will gradually unfold before you. So take a moment to ask yourself, what do you believe in? Do you believe in limitations? Or do you believe in the limitless potential within you? Do not let negative thoughts define you. Plant the seed of positive belief, and you will become the best version of yourself. Life is not about what happens to you. It is about how you respond to it. And that starts with the thoughts in your mind. What I know for sure is that what you give comes back to you. Life is like a cycle, where every action, thought, and emotion we sow will return to us in some way. Have you ever noticed that when you sincerely help someone, even in the smallest gesture, it brings you joy and warmth in your soul? And on the other hand, when you spread negativity, misfortunes seem to surround you more easily. This is not something mystical or difficult to explain. It is simply the fundamental principle of life. You receive what you give. Some say that to succeed, you must calculate, take as much as possible for yourself. But the truth is quite the opposite. The happiest and most sustainably successful people are those who are willing to give. When you give kindness, love, and sincerity, they do not disappear. Instead, they expand further. Sometimes, you may not receive an immediate return, nor from the same person you helped. But in some way, life will repay you in ways you never expected. This does not mean you have to sacrifice yourself or always place others' interests above your own. It means living generously, not just materially, but also emotionally, with understanding, and with small acts of kindness every day. When you take the time to listen to someone in distress, when you help someone unconditionally, when you offer words of encouragement at the right moment, you create a positive flow that will benefit you in the long run. Those who live selfishly often feel lonely, even when they have everything materially. On the other hand, those who know how to give always receive more. Not just gratitude from others, but also inner peace. That is why the most successful entrepreneurs are often great philanthropists. They understand that true value does not lie in how much money they make, but in how they use it to create a positive impact. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Have you ever helped someone without expecting anything in return? And then, one day, did you find yourself receiving unexpected help when you needed it most? Life is not a simple equation, but there is always an invisible balance at work. When you give good things, you are drawing a magical circle of kindness. And one day, those good things will find their way back to you in unexpected and meaningful ways. So do not hesitate to open your heart. Do not think that what you do today will be lost. Everything you send out into the world, whether positive or negative, will reflect back into your life. Choose to plant good seeds, because that is how you build a meaningful life, where what you give becomes what you receive, and even more than that. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Everyone in life carries wounds, whether physical, emotional, or mental. These could be failures, losses, betrayals from those we love, or challenges that seem impossible to overcome. Pain is inevitable, but how we face it determines the person we become. Some allow their wounds to become chains, pulling them into regret and suffering. But others choose to turn them into lessons, into growth. When you endure pain, it does not mean you have failed. It simply means you have experienced something that life intended to teach you. And rather than letting it destroy you, you can use it to understand yourself better, to understand life, and to understand how people truly operate. The greatest wounds can become the most valuable lessons. When your heart breaks, you learn to love yourself and appreciate what truly matters. When you fail at a goal, you learn perseverance, how to adjust, and how to become stronger. When someone hurts you, you understand that kindness should be placed in the right hands, and that trust has its limits. A wound does not mean the end. It is just a chapter in your life story, and you are the one who decides where that chapter will lead. Look at the greatest figures in the world. Most of them did not start with privilege. They endured hardships, faced challenges that seemed insurmountable. But it was precisely those difficulties that shaped them. The suffering they endured refined them, made them stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Without wounds, there are no lessons. Without challenges, there is no growth. So, do not fear or reject what you have been through. Look at pain from a different perspective, a perspective of learning. Let it be a guide, a reminder of how strong you have been in overcoming hardships. And most importantly, let it drive you forward with greater resilience, because every wound carries a lesson, and every lesson leads you to a better version of yourself. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. Have you ever wondered what truly determines a person's destiny? It is not circumstances, not where you start, and certainly not what has happened in the past. The only thing that can change the future is your attitude. A thought, a perspective on life, a shift in how you react can open doors you once believed you would never be able to step through. We often place too much pressure on external factors, talent, luck, or living conditions. But in reality, the most crucial factor determining success is how you face everything around you. A person with a negative mindset, who always feels like a victim of fate, will remain trapped in that cycle. On the other hand, someone who sees challenges as opportunities and hardships as material for growth will always find a way forward. Attitude not only affects how you see the world, but also determines how the world responds to you. When you change your perspective on a problem, you not only change your own emotions, but also influence what happens around you. Those with a positive attitude attract opportunities, while those who dwell in negativity often close doors before they even have the chance to open. Think about someone facing failure. One person might see it as the end, as proof that they are not capable, but another person might see it as a stepping stone, a lesson to do better next time. Two people, the same situation, but two completely different destinies simply because of the attitude they choose. Looking at the bigger picture, attitude affects not just personal success, but also relationships. When you maintain an open mind, optimism, and an abundance of positive energy, those around you will sense it and respond in the same way. A person with a constructive attitude builds strong connections, attracts like-minded individuals, and opens up more opportunities in their career and life. Just like a small stone thrown into water creates ripples that spread outward, your attitude has a far-reaching impact on the world around you. When you choose to view life with positivity, you not only transform yourself, but also inspire others, creating a cycle of continuous growth and progress. So if today you feel like you haven't achieved what you desire, ask yourself, what is your attitude towards life? Do you see challenges as opportunities for growth? Are you willing to adjust your mindset to create a better future? Because the moment you change your way of thinking, you step onto the path to a new future. The future is not determined by circumstances, but by your attitude today. Try it today. Observe how you react to a difficult situation. Instead of feeling disappointed or giving up, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I turn it into motivation to move forward? And as you practice this mindset every day, you will notice something magical. Life begins to change in the direction you desire, simply because you chose to change the way you see it. Life is a journey of constant change, and how you choose to react to the events in your life will determine the path you take. No one can avoid challenges, failures, or moments of doubt, but what sets a successful person apart from someone who remains stuck is how they face adversity. Instead of letting circumstances control you, take charge by changing your perspective and attitude. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have to navigate life the way you want. One crucial thing many people forget is this: you cannot change the past, but you can absolutely change the future with what you do in the present. If you want a better, happier, and more successful life, it all starts with your attitude right now. Everything you think, everything you believe, and the way you face the world shape the road to your future. When you choose to maintain a positive attitude, when you constantly seek opportunities and challenges, you are laying the first bricks for a brighter future. Conversely, if you let negative thoughts take over and blame circumstances, you are building walls that separate you from the good things awaiting you. Attitude does not only impact personal success, it also influences how you connect with others. A person filled with positive energy will attract like-minded people, forming strong and supportive relationships. On the other hand, if you approach life with doubt, pessimism, and negativity, you will also attract similar experiences. This world reflects what you bring into it. You cannot expect a fulfilling life if your mind is filled with limiting and negative thoughts. So the question is, who do you want to become? Are you truly living the life you desire, or are you letting worries and fears control you? If you feel like you haven't taken full ownership of your life, now is the time to change. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for things to be perfect before you act. Each day is an opportunity to shift your attitude, to take another step closer to the life you deserve. Start with the smallest things. How you react to unexpected situations, how you perceive challenges, how you treat yourself and those around you. Small changes will lead to significant results if you stay committed. Ask yourself, is your attitude leading you towards a brighter future, or is it holding you back within the limits you've created? Are you ready to change your mindset to unlock new doors? Life does not wait for anyone. You are the one who decides where it will go. And from this moment on, you can choose the best way to start by changing your attitude.